Everybody, Professor Doom here, and we are going to play fact checker and see what the scientists are saying is accurate. Human society is shifting the tilt of the earth, according to scientists, and they say that humans pumped so much groundwater out of the earth that the planet has begun to wobble detectably on its axis, a new study has found. But they're attributing this wobble of the axis to earth water being pumped out by human consumption. So let's play fact checker here for a moment. Okay. One thing is that I do believe there's going to be an agenda afoot. One, because I already know that the World Economic Forum and other entities attached with the World Economic Forum were talking about they needed to control Earth's water so that they could be the good stewards of our water. And if you take a look at the three bottling corporations that are attached with the World Economic Forum, Nestle, Pepsi, and Coca-Cola, and yes, they all three have an attachment with the World Economic Forum, and they have been stealing water from countries. Nestle has been involved in taking water from public lands out of the state of California, out of the Great Lakes, and other locations. Okay, so now let's think about this logically. How much oil has been being pumped out of the oil reservoirs for over 100 years and has been used in plastics, medications, and other, how about in vehicles? And they've been burnt up through emissions as it's been created into a fuel. When you think about water that has been pumped out of these reservoirs and human consumption, and it goes right back out and into the earth. Okay, so now let's talk about the wobble that they mention. Let's take a look at a few reports back from 1930 having to do with Percival Lowell. And then I'm going to go into my theory about the wobble, the cause, and what we might be seeing in the future. Interesting that Percival Lowell detected that the planets Uranus and Neptune were being subjected to some kind of planetary body causing gravitational disturbance on those two planets, causing what? That's right, wobbles. Percival Lowell, who theorized that wobbles in the orbits of Uranus and Neptune were being caused by the gravitational pull of an unknown planetary body. And he used calculations to theorize that there was a planet that was beyond Neptune. Unfortunately, he didn't make the discovery himself, but it was used, those calculations that he theorized on, that made the discovery of Pluto. However, everybody, it was not Pluto that was causing the gravitational disturbances, as we will see here. Significantly less massive than even our moon, and it soon became obvious that Pluto was not Planet X. Pluto was simply too small to be causing the changes or the wobbles that were observed in the orbits of Uranus and Neptune. Now, I want you to think about what is causing the wobbles of those two planets that they were being observed. Okay? Are there aliens up there that are pumping out water out of the ground? Is there something that they're pumping out there that's causing these wobbles? Absolutely not. There is some planetary object with a mass much greater than ours that's causing a gravitational disturbance on our planet. As a matter of fact, it's causing a disturbance on all of the planets. If you take a look at the whole the Pangea is not a theory. If you pushed all of the continents back together like jigsaw puzzle, you will see that they all meet together, just like a jigsaw puzzle. something has been coming around in cycles and causing the continents to split apart or drift apart or to think about this. I want you to think about all of the activities that we've been seeing on this earth, not caused by us, but I want to talk about the volcanoes, the earthquakes. What is causing the core to heat up and causing the expulsion of lava from these volcanoes? That means our core is heating up. That means that there is some gravitational force that's being exerted onto our planet that's causing the volcanoes or the heating of our core and the volcanoes to erupt. There have been the tsunamis of it. Yeah, that's what's interesting too. You have the tsunamis of Japan. Okay, we can say, let's say for the sake of argument, we can say that, yeah, there was a nuclear device that was blown up under there. The whole fact is a tsunami happened. A tsunami happened in Indonesia in 2004, 2005. Can't remember the year. But the thing is the water was displaced and it went onto the earth. Did they talk about, oh my God, all of that water that went onto the earth has caused the earth to wobble? No. You know, with everything going on right now with the World Economic Forum, if they're coming out with this, there's some kind of agenda afoot. Something more is going to be coming out where they're going to say they need to take control of the water. What is that going to mean for us? But let's look at this even deeper. Is there a wobble going on with this earth right now? Is our pole shifting? Is there some planetary body that's coming closer that's causing this? And do you guys remember my theory? Do you remember I came out with a video about what all of the HARP systems around the earth were for? There's a HARP system in China, Australia. They say they shut the one down in Alaska. You have the SBX naval platform that can be sent anywhere. Antarctica, Peru, the Netherlands, Russia, Iran, all of these different countries have their own HARP system. Now think, if a HARP system could be used to use radio waves to push back on our atmosphere, ask yourself, and this was my theory, can it be used to repel gravitational waves or gravitational exertion on our planet? And I do believe it can. Is that what they're is that what they're going to use to repel any kind of gravitational forces on this earth? It's a possibility. But I'll tell you this, the whole reason why they knew that there was a planet beyond Neptune and Uranus was because they detected wobbles on those planets. We now have a wobble on ours. But how long has it been going on? And what is the true cause? Now, I've been researching these type of subjects since 1986. Yes, it was because I cracked open a book by Zecharia Sitchin. Is Zecharia Sitchin a misinformation agent? I do believe he is. But the fact remains is that it piqued my interest to do this kind of research, no matter if he was lying, because you guys all know that I have done thorough study on the ancient gods, and I've made discoveries that he should have been able to discover, but he was laying down the groundworks for misinformation. But the fact remains is that there was one thing that I do believe that he was right about, that there is another planet out there that runs in an orbital cycle that causes disturbances on this earth that has caused the continental drift. It's going to force the Juan de Fuca plate up underneath the North American continent. What about the earthquake that was down there in Chile? How about all of the volcanoes, excuse me, not earthquakes, volcanoes that have been going off for the past few years? Something is heating up our core. Something is causing a disturbance with our tectonic plates. Something is swelling the earth. Something is causing this pole to shift, and it has nothing to do with the water that is being withdrawn out of the freshwater reservoirs. If that were the case, oil would have been doing that long ago. Heck, with the oil that was being pumped out and the water that has been being drank for thousands of years, hell, this earth should be already doing spins by now. And it's not. It's all of a sudden that they're coming out and saying this, and just know there's going to be an agenda behind this information, and it's going to be revealed to us pretty soon. That is my theory. Thanks, everybody.